Hey BTB fans, Thomas here. Gonna do a bat rep. Been a while. Life is crazy. Bet you guys realize that out there in internet land. I'm here with Dave.
Howdy.
So we're gonna play a game. 1850 points. There's the table we're gonna use. As you've noticed, the terrain is not set up. We're gonna use the actually we're gonna use the way that Adepticon did their terrain. It's a little bit less convoluted and complicated than the way that the actual rule book has, but we will be setting up terrain and stuff. Let's tell you about the armies real quick. Dave, what do you got? What are you playing here?
Dark Eldar with Eldar, Yandan Eldar allies.
Cool. Real quick note, these are our models, so I mean, yes, I am playing Space Marines. They're what we have painted, so bear that in mind.
Sort of painted.
Painted enough. All right, so what do you got?
I got Duke Sliskus.
Okay.
And 9 Trueborn with 2 splinter cannons.
Okay.
And then I have 3 more Trueborn in the Venom with 2 splinter cannons.
And this is their raider, the Trueborn's raider?
This is the Trueborn and Sliskus's raider.
Okay.
And then I have 4 identical blocks of warriors with 1 splinter cannon each and rifles.
Okay.
Every raider has knight shields and splinter racks on it.
Lovely.
The Venom, of course, has a second splinter cannon and also knight shields on it because I believe in knight shields.
Knight shields are pretty amazing.
The Ravager with knight shields.
Okay.
And then my Eldar allies are an Autarch with the bike, Soul Shrive from the Yandan book.
What does that do? So
It's at strength, AP2 at initiative weapon, but for every wound he causes with it, his strength goes up 1 forever.
unsaved wound.
Unsaved wound.
Unsaved wound. So
I believe unsaved. I'll look and see if it says unsaved. It might just be wounds.
No, that'd be pretty silly.
But either way, when he kills people, he gets stronger at AP2 and his initiative.
Nice.
And then three Wild Riders. That's my troop's choice. That's the Warlock, the black one that's not painted at all. And then yes,
He's painted.
he's painted. He's a Warlock. He's black.
He's black.
And then my Wraith Knight with Sun Cannon, Scatter Shield, and 1 Scatter Laser.
All right, cool. If you guys haven't seen this in a game before, you're in for a treat. They're pretty brutal, and they're tall too, very tall. All right, cool. Let's look at my army real quick. All right, so here's what I've got going. It's a mixed force Space Marines and Blood Angels. Of course, I paint all my guys to look like pre-Heresy Emperor's Children of one form or another. So, you know, my own theme. I get sick of painting purple all the time, so I've got kind of a white theme going for some of the Blood Angels. All right, so anyway, the main group is Pedro Cantor, my custom-built Pedro Cantor, as the HQ, and then he has 2 5-man tactical squads with Razorbacks with las cannons, then 2 Thunderfire cannons, 2 Typhoon land speeders, and a 5-man Stern Guard squad with 3 combi flamers and 2 heavy flamers and a drop pod. Then the allied forces are Blood Angels. I have a Reclusiarch, custom-built Reclusiarch here. Corbulo, because never leave home without him. And 8-man Death Company, 1 Power Axe and 1 Power Fist, and then a 10-man Assault Squad, 2 las cannons, or sorry, 2 melta-guns is what I mean, a sergeant with an axe and a melta-bomb, and then the Reclusiarch also has melta-bombs, and then 2 rhinos for them. And that's 1850 points. So we'll find out what we're going to play. We'll do some setup of terrain here, and then we'll go from there.
My Autarch has a fusion gun too.
Oh, his Autarch has a fusion gun as well, so look for that when it blows up one of my tanks. So Dave's going to roll for what kind of scenario we're playing. That would be a 5. Sorry.
I hope that's not the Relic.
It's not. The Relic is 6. And it's going to be on a hammer and anvil deployment. So we'll go from there. And 5 is the Emperor's Will, which is basically 2 objectives in your deployment zone. So let's roll off for deployment zones. I got a 6. And a 4 for Dave. I'll just take this end. So what that means now is that because we haven't set up terrain and neither of us have fortifications, then I will place my terrain. I'll pick one of these pieces of terrain to place first. And now I bunched it up So this would be one choice, 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 and then we've got one of these taller mushrooms with 3 of the smaller mushrooms. So there's 4 different choices there as well. So we have 8 different pieces of terrain. Each of us will be placing 4 of them. The way that it works is they have to be placed majority in your table half. This is not the way the book does it. This is the way that Adepticon did it, and I think it's a much smoother, quicker way of doing it, but still getting the aspect of deploying your own terrain as you would, as a general would try and, you know, get the right piece of battleground for themselves to fight on. So you choose one piece or set of terrain, and then it has to be deployed majority in your table half, and 3 inches from the table edge and 3 inches from any other piece of terrain. So we'll go from there. All right, so here we go. We place terrain. Setting up like this does make it so that it's obviously more of a tactical situation and less aesthetic. And so, I mean, if you're playing it for fun game, just play for a fun game. You know, set it up kind of both players agree, and you just kind of set it up for fun and make something kind of themed. But if you're playing kind of, you know, we're looking to play a little bit more of competitive, just try out some, you know, competitive lists that maybe we would bring to a tournament and try out and see what would happen in that situation. And so in that situation, this is how we ended up with terrain. Dave obviously has a very mobile army, and so he doesn't need terrain to sit back here, whereas I have some stuff that's going to stay static and shoot, and so I want to have some stuff to cover that up.
I actually think it looks aesthetically, I like it because it is different. Normally you see it's all kind of balanced, big piece here, equal other big piece, kitty corner there.
That's true.
Whatever. So to me, I actually kind of look as it looks more natural, like something that might happen where you're going to walk on a battlefield and somebody didn't prearrange it from the skies.
That's true. That's true. That is a good way to look at it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and roll off to see who will, or actually warlord traits. Sorry, we'll do warlord traits and what have you. What's the other thing we have to do? You don't have any psychers, do you?
Yes, I do have one.
Oh, you do have a psyker. He has a warlock, so he has to roll for psychic powers. But here's my warlord trait. I'm going to go off of the personal. We're going to go personal just for fun. 2. I'm not really sure what that does.
Master of offense. Warlord and his unit have the Furious Charge special rule while they're in my deployment zone.
There you go. All right. Okay.
Who's your warlord?
Pedro Cantor.
Sweet.
So, yeah. That'll be different.
Duke Sliskus is my warlord. And I'm going to roll on the command traits.
Command traits. 1.
Inspiring presence. Friendly units within 12 inches of him can use his leadership instead of their own. Actually, might be useful.
Might be useful. All right, cool. Your warlock power.
Oh, it's going to be whatever I roll turned into conceal reveal.
5.
5 would be quick and restrain, which is now turned into conceal reveal.
Conceal reveal. Okay, great. Night fight. See if night fight happens turn 1. No night fight. That's actually great for me, bad for Dave.
That was... You should have to roll that. I rolled everything else.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. Here's what I would have rolled for keeping the other roll. Oh, okay, doesn't matter. All right, cool. Oh, that's right. We should place our objective. That's actually kind of important. I run the roll off, so I need to place my objective first. So I will place my objective right there. It's in my deployment zone. There you go.
Does that have to be in my table half or my deployment zone?
Probably your deployment zone. I'll check. It is actually table half, so we're going to have a nice bloody little fight here in the center. Make sure you're still in your table half, Dave. Just barely. Okay, there we go. Cool. It's going to be right in the middle. We're going to fight this out. All right, and a roll off to see who will go first. Or who will deploy first. I got a 5. Dave got a 4. I think I'll choose to go first. Now, last time Dave and I played, he seized the initiative on me. So, it's entirely possible he'll seize the initiative on me again. It happens way too often. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy in a way that will both take advantage of the fact that I get to go first turn, but also not leave me out in the cold if I get the initiative seized on me, because it does happen. Alright, Sliskus's combat drugs gets to roll 2 dice and choose 5 or 1.
The 1 is stupid. It's something to do with running that I don't care about.
It's like 3 dice or something like that.
So I'll take the 5, which I'm pretty sure is 1 more attack.
Okay, cool. It's either that or strength.
No, strength is 3.
Strength is 3. Okay. Alright, anyway, he's doing that. He's finishing deployment. Alright, so here's how I deployed. I've got a Thunderfire over there, trying to get some cover, and a Thunderfire over here, trying to get some cover. The 2 Razorbacks, Pedro Cantors in this one. 2 Rhinos. This has got the Death Company, Corbulo, and their Clusiarch in it. This has the Assault Squad. The 2 Speeders, and I have a drop pod of Stern Guard that are going to deploy on turn 1. Dave, how did you deploy?
I kept most of my army in reserve. In reserves, the dedicated transport and the unit count as 1 unit. So since I can keep half my army in reserve, rounding up, I have 5 units on the table and 6 in reserve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus Liskus is 6.
Which actually imputes to 11, right? Because, I mean, it only counts as 1, but for the reserve rule, but it's actually 11 units in reserve.
Well, yeah, if you're going to count the vehicles.
Right.
And so then I put my 5 units that I had to put out on the table. My Ravager, the Venom with the Trueborn in it. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then the Autarch plus Wild Riders is 4 and 5.
Okay.
They're back here, out of the range of Thunderfire cannons, just barely, because he's got range to most of the table. He is also out of the range of the Thunderfire cannons. He cannot be seen by the Thunderfire cannons, and the Wraith Knight doesn't care. Go ahead and shoot him with Thunderfire cannons.
Okay. Alright, Dave, so are you going to attempt to seize the initiative?
The only reason I'm going to attempt to seize the initiative, otherwise I wouldn't even bother, is because you have a drop pod with flamers in it. And plus, then my reserves will show up that much sooner. Yeah, I'm going to try and seize, but it's not really that important.
4. Thank goodness. I hate being seized upon, even when it doesn't matter. Because it wouldn't matter that much to me either. But okay, we'll go for my turn 1. I'll move and actually first we'll start with my drop pod, and then we'll just leave the camera running here while I get that going. So the conundrum I have is he's smartly spread all of his stuff out, and I also don't have the opportunity to blow any of these squishy vehicles up and then get all their little guys out that will be perfectly unhappy to have flamers hit them. So I'm going to try to put my flamer meanness right here, I think. That's what I want. And if you happen to fall off the table, I don't think I'll care very much. I'll probably be just fine with that, because only a 1 will kill you. We'll go into ongoing reserves. I'm going to go ahead and play that game. That will be fun. It will be more useful later to have these guys. Yeah. It's going to go 7 inches that way, which means I'll just do this.
Yay!
Alright, cool. Out we get. Go from there. Alright, movement. Well, he kind of limited what I could get away with, so really, he only allowed me 1 shot here, so I've got 1 shot with this las cannon into that Raider, or Ravager thing, whatever. And assuming I don't miss, I've got a pretty good chance of doing something to it, so we'll see how that goes. Everything else is out of range because it's night shields, so all of this stuff is probably just going to shoot this guy. Maybe for no effect, but you never know. These guys got out, tried to arrange myself in such a way to protect the heavy flamers to some extent, and we're just going to go after those guys and try and kill some of them. So I'm going to pass off the camera and let Dave have it. Alright, so let's start with the 1 shot here. Las cannon into Ravager. Twin linked. That's just awesome. What a great beginning to the game we've got here.
I want to point out that off camera I said the 1 that I allowed to get in range was going to miss.
It's true, it did. It just missed. Las cannon here into that guy. That'll hit and wound you. Go ahead and take your invulnerable save. take a wound.
He will take a wound.
Okay, cool.
Sad day.
This guy here, this land speeder, is going to fire into him as well. And 3 hits. 1 wound. That will be another cover save. It's AP3 or invulnerable save, whichever. He takes another wound. The next one going to the same place. Better hitting. Need 6s on these things though. Nope, no wounds that time. Thunderfire cannons will fire at him. I'm going to just do the strength 6 shot.
Okay.
Yeah, you're jumping infantry, you don't really care. Yeah, strength 6 shots. So there's 1. That'll still hit you. That's a hit. 4 inches off, centered on him. That might still hit him because it's big. Good test. What is the number of inches that has to go off before it doesn't hit anymore?
4 still
hits.
Still good.
All right, so 3, and that's going to go off 5 inches. So 3 hits there. Looking for 6s. Nothing. Next, same thing. That'll hit. 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 And hit. 4 this time. Looking for 6s. There's a 6. Take an armor save. Roll a 1 or a 2, Dave.
Oh my lord.
Half of his wound's gone in 1 turn. Alright.
Because I can't make saves.
We got a good beginning here, guys. I have no qualms with not taking out that Ravager because I've now taken out half the wounds of the big guy. So, hey, big guy, you want to come face Corbulo in combat?
Yes.
Well, Corbulo's not going to be... Alright, so 4 from the heavy flamers, and then I've got... these guys are going to actually fire their traitor round, because why not? They're going to die anyway. No gets hot. These need 4s. There's 3. That's awesome. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Here's the heavy flamer for another 3. So, go ahead and take your heavy flamer wounds first.
Okay. So before the autarch, I have 2 guys. So 2 guys, and they're good.
Okay.
And still good.
Okay, so now 2 of them die.
And then they die.
And then the autarch gets to take an invulnerable save. Or lookout save.
He'll take the invuln.
Autarch is good on 4. Alright, cool. I'm going to snap fire the storm bolter into them from the drop pod.
Okay.
For no effect. And a... What is the purpose of running with these tanks? There's not really a purpose to that. They could pop smoke. You're not going to really shoot them next turn. They're not the thing that you need to shoot. Just go out here like this. Make it to move 12 inches, so make it more difficult for you to deep strike. I guess doesn't matter. Not deep strike next turn. All right, cool. So a morale test for your autarch. Go ahead and just roll 11. That'd be great, Dave.
That's 9.
a 9. Oh. Alright, cool.
Okay.
Alright, so it will be Dave's turn 1.
Yay. I suppose I do.
Conceal reveal from the Warlock. He's good on an 8, so that even has conceal. Alright, and then where did you move?
So the Wraith Knight leapt up here.
He's going to go for a charge. Go for a charge. He's afraid of the las cannons. He wants them to go away.
So it's an 8-inch charge. Off camera, we actually, when we were talking about terrain, we said that these here leading up to these were stairs, and so therefore if you were utilizing the stairs it wasn't difficult terrain. So I won't need to roll 3 dice on this charge, just 2.
Yep.
So it's an 8-inch charge. I moved the Ravager up to get it into range and line of sight of the purple one. And I turned the Venom around. I flirted with the idea of bringing him up here, but all Thomas has is vehicles, and my poison weapons are useless against those. His Thunderfire cannons are too far away for me to get range on them.
Yep.
So rather than give him the joy and glee of pounding my Venom into nothing with his Thunderfire cannons,
Dave, why would you deny me my joy and glee in life?
And anytime Thomas is doing anything with Thunderfire cannons, I try to be as big a spoilsport as possible. So I just turned it around. I'm going to try and shoot his sergeant clear to death.
It'll be terrible.
And then these guys moved up closer to hopefully get an assault.
All right. Cool. So what are we shooting at first?
First, we're going to shoot the Ravager at the purple...
At the purple Razorback.
The purple Ravager is going to shoot the purple Razorback with the purple guy on it amidst the purple battlefield.
Yes, there's lots of purple. Purple and tan, actually, is kind of a thing.
I got 2 hits. That makes me okay.
2 6s. If anyone doesn't know, those are 6s for Dave's dice.
One pen.
1 pen, 1 bounce. I have a cover save because I'm obscured, if you guys noticed when I looked for model's eye view. And I don't. So what do? You're AP2, you add 1. 5.
I mobilize you.
I accept. Dave's like, now! Because that means that I shoot you back. Yeah.
Alright.
The objectives are right here. I'm right where I need to be.
The Wraith Knight
He's going to put some blasts on me.
is going to put some blasts on your other one. First, I'm going to shoot it with the scatter laser.
Scatter laser, just needing 1 hit to twin link him.
Got me 1 hit.
1 hit.
So that's good. I actually would have liked more hits. It's strong enough it can do the job. So
Just strength 6.
that will twin link my sun cannon, my 3-shot sun cannon. I think I'm going to go about right here in the hopes that a little scatter gets me right there.
Gets you both.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Need a twin link, so.
Shot number 1
hit.
hits. I'm just going to keep it.
Okay.
Shot number 2,
Oh, that's going to go 2 inches.
2 inches in the direction I want. Getting me both.
Okay, there you go.
And shot number 3.
Now he knows exactly what he needs to do with that. It's going to go 1 inch that way. Not enough to.
Not
hit
enough.
both.
Almost, but not quite. I'm going to keep it.
Okay, so 3 hits here, 1 hit there.
So 3, 1, plus a scatter laser.
Cool.
So the scatter laser on the tan does glance you.
Okay, so that's a hull point.
And then the 3 other ones
Will bounce off.
Oh, that was a 6 for a minute. And then the purple one that I hit once.
Bounces off as well.
Alright.
So I have lost the hull point here, and this tank is immobilized.
And also lost a whole point.
Yes, and also lost the hull point because it was penetrated.
Alright.
Over here.
The Venom will shoot first.
This is the part that's extremely brutal. How many points does that Venom cost, Dave?
The way I play it costs 75 points.
75 points, and you're getting 12 shots.
Which is the way I would always play it.
12 shots from
Yeah.
cannons. So we need 4s to win. So 3's to hit. Which he looks like he got not such a great roll.
It's like my
the
worst
1s and
Venom
2.
roll. My dice rolling, this should be it. Now I can start making saves on my Wraith Knight.
Now you should start making saves on your Wraith Knight.
Alright, I got me 3 wounds out of that.
Okay, so I will make 3 saves. Alright, so 3 armor saves over here. And I failed 2 of them.
Is there any of them?
Nope.
So that'll be the Sergeant, and then... Was that guy closer than your Flamer?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
And now the guy's inside.
Yeah, might as well just shoot him. So, all we did was turn around. That doesn't count as moving.
I managed to fail 2 out of 3 power armor saves, as you can well tell. That was actually par for the course for me.
2 splinter cannons and 1 splinter rifle, rapid firing.
Okay.
The Trueborn, not hitting so well either.
A little below average on that roll there, but if my power armor saves or anything, to 6 wounds, 5 wounds.
5.
There's 3 of them. I lose 2 of them, and 2 of them, I lost all of them. Wow. That's phenomenal rolling dice. Well played. Well played, and first blood. Well played indeed. That was, yeah, that was great. That was great. Okay. Cool.
Well then, just because we can, I suppose we'll turbo boost.
Okay. So he's going to turbo boost with those guys, and then we'll come back for my turn 2.
Oh, I'm going to charge.
Oh, he's going to charge. Okay, cool. He's going to turbo boost and we'll come back. Alright, so after I horribly failed my power armor saves, which was just like, I mean, you did, what, a total of 8 wounds to me? I should have failed like 2 of those, statistically, 2 in some percentage, so that I failed like 6. You went ahead and turbo boosted your bikes, and they're Eldar jet bikes, which means they can turbo boost 36 inches. Not take any voluntary actions after that during the turn. But they've gone there, and now a charge run, or I mean a charge roll.
Here we go, the big important charge roll.
Can he get that thing closer and get rid of my las cannon? No,
That's
he
a
cannot.
5.
He's going to stand there and let me shoot him again.
Okay, one of these times, my dice are going to quit behaving like this, and then it's going to be game on.
Alright, so now it's my turn, turn 2. Alright, so how I moved. Well, I don't have anybody at that end of the table to move anymore, unfortunately. What I try to do is just kind of globe up a little bit here with my vehicles and make a lot of space, so hopefully when he drops some of his stuff that appears next turn, it has to drop further out from my Thunderfire cannons, because the thing that I'm largely afraid of is losing Thunderfire cannons to his shots. Yes, I do need to fear all of his lances on the raiders, but I'm a little less afraid of that than I am of the fact that my squishy inside guys will get eaten up by his poison weapons, especially my Thunderfires, which are toughness value now. Okay, so I move this guy there, kind of scooted those guys around to fill in space. Move this guy up here, and I have to see if I immobilize myself. I do. Okay, so that tank is now immobilized. But as per the fact, I don't lose a hull point for that.
Well, actually, we said it wasn't difficult terrain if you're using the stairs. So.
Oh, well, okay, then never mind. I don't even have to take a difficult terrain test. So, never mind. All right. Anyway,
that's okay.
That's how I move.
It's nice to segue into pointing out that in the fact it says you don't lose a hull point for stuff like that, like immobilized and weapon destroyed.
You have to take a...
Unless it's actually like a glancing hit, a penetrating hit, or anything else that specifically says you lose a hull point.
Gotcha. There you go. All right, so now I'm going to go for shooting, so I'll pass off the camera. Oh, and the reason that I moved up here was to get within 12 inches of my 2 melt-a-guns that I have inside this thing here. I need to check for rage on those guys. They are fearless and have furious charge. I never did check at the beginning of the game, and now there you have it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll start with the 2 melt-a-guns here into them. Both will hit. Now we're looking for 4s. 2 wounds.
Ugh.
2 invulnerable saves, sir. On your 5 up. He takes 2 wounds.
Christ.
He's got 1 left. Alright. This is good. We're liking this. Alright, this guy right here will fire into him. Everything hit. Oh, looking for 6s on the purple dice and 4s on the black dice. So he will take 2 invulnerable saves and 1 regular save.
Ugh.
Yeah. Goodbye, Wraith Knight.
Invulns.
He's gone. Oh, hey.
He made 1.
These guys are
within 6.
Within 6.
So
Do they have to be in sight?
They just have to be within 6 inches.
Okay, so they need to take a couple different blind tests.
One blind test. They only made 1 of them.
Oh, you only made 1. Only when you successfully make 1.
Yes, and I passed my blind test.
Woohoo! Alright, no more Wraith Knight.
And he didn't even get to do anything.
Yes.
Thomas, big spoils.
Says the guy who killed my Stern Guard and made my Thunderfires wait to have their glorious ridiculousness. Speaking of glorious ridiculousness, does that raise your back? No, it doesn't. Never mind. Alright, so that one's fired, that one's fired. We're going to fire this las cannon into this thing. Just try and get rid of it. I hit you, and I penetrated you. Go ahead and make your annoying cover save. You don't make it. It's open topped and weapon destroyed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The middle one is now weapon destroyed.
Okay.
You lose a hull point.
I accept.
This one, same place. Hit, pinned.
Glanced.
Cover save.
That one I made.
Made the save there. This guy is probably out of range.
I accept only losing a las cannon. Or not a las cannon.
Thunderfire cannon is going to fire at you with a strength 6 shot. Now I could go strength 5, and you wouldn't get cover, but then I would need 6 to glance. So I'm going to go strength 5, strength 6, and let you have your cover save. That'll hit you. Probably still going to hit you because it's along the long axis of your vehicle. Yep. And hit you. So 4 hits, looking for 5s. One glance, that's it. Made
It's a 6.
And this guy can't see you. Okay, so Stormbolter over there into the Venom. 1 hit for nothing. Awesome. That one went flat out. Fired and fired and fired and like that. And it will be your turn too, sir.
Okay, reserve rolls.
Reserve rolls.
I'll just do those first while I got the camera on.
Cool. So 4 identical squads, right?
4 identical squads. I get all 4.
2. Oh,
I brought an Autark.
does the Autark affect you Dark Eldar allies?
Sure does.
Okay. All friendly units?
My army. Just says
Your army. Wow.
if your army includes an Autark, then you get to add or subtract 1 to all your reserve rolls.
Okay. And Sliskus.
And Sliskus.
He doesn't come. No Sliskus.
That's fine. I can settle with 4.
Okay.
All right. Shitty, because that's what
All right, so he's going to play. He's playing risky here, but he doesn't really have a huge amount of choice. He needs to get down here and get some stuff going.
This is where I wanted to go anyway, regardless of what you did here, because for one, we're just playing battle report, and I don't like playing super conservative. And 2, I hate your Thunderfire cannons, and the best way to kill them is just kill the Tech Marine. And since he can't look out sort of the gun,
because he's not an independent character.
I'll just be the closest.
Well,
thing
when
to
he's attached to the gun.
So that one will land right there.
Unfortunate. Okay.
And because with the new 6th edition reserve rolls, really, I mean, first off, I have to get a scatter in this direction, fall off the table, and then, or, hit this other stuff, and then I also have to roll a 1. So I'm okay with going into reserve a little bit.
Right. That's off the table.
And that'll be off the table.
All right, so
here's my
roll.
It's not a 1.
3. I don't remember which is which, but we'll look it up real quick. All right, so we looked it up, and a 1 is the destroyed. 2, 3 is I get to place it, and 4 through 6 it goes on to ongoing reserves. So we're going to go ahead and place it right here in the corner, just like that.
Okay. Then my next 2.
So he's going to pick it, or choosing a spot for those. He's already got the 1, so he's going to attempt this spot again.
Yeah, I'll push my luck.
This other die. 7 inches that way, so he's just fine. He's going to just be on the table. He's just not exactly where he wanted to be. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's exactly
Tech
the same.
Marine's still closest. Still works for me.
Actually, I think the tire's closer than the Tech Marine.
Whatever.
Doesn't really matter. That's still enough firepower that it will probably take me out anyhow.
And the last one, since I got 2 basically where I want them, and 1 in the corner. You killed my precious Wraith Knight.
I did kill your precious Wraith Knight.
I guess we'll place the last one. Those guys have got melt guns. And they're scoring.
And they're scoring.
That seems more important. We'll go right about there.
Okay.
Pretty safe. Yeah.
4 inches closer.
Perfect.
All right. So he's going to go with the rest of his movement, and we'll come back. All right, Dave, where did you move? Obviously, we saw where you deep struck.
This thing hopped up here now because now there's plenty of other targets. I don't have a problem bringing the venom out.
Okay.
These guys hopped up here, and that thing moved backwards.
About a ½ inch.
Yeah, enough that it still has plenty of range to hit this thing like it wants to, but no point in getting closer. And I wanted it to move to get its chunk save.
Cool. All right.
So we'll just start with that. 2 lances into that.
Okay.
Both hit.
Brutal.
Both pen.
Okay. What does your pins do? Nothing
you
special.
Don't explode, you're just wrecked.
It is a wreck. We are not pinned on a 7. So we'll get out.
Okay. Now, my Autark with fusion gun is within melt range of your purple one.
Okay.
So he's going to shoot it in the face.
All right. And he's ballistic skill 5.
6.
6. Well, he hits anyway. And he glances me. Okay, so I take a hull point.
It's just awful.
Okay.
Super dumb. Dumb. Alright.
Sorry, Dave.
Lance here into that.
Okay. It'll
That
miss with a 1.
Makes me sad.
That's about how Dave's lances regularly fire, so par for the course.
Yup.
Now what?
Where do those 3 guys end up after? Or those guys end up after they get out?
They'll end up over here. We'll get out this door.
Okay. Well then, since I don't have anything else to shoot at, you're outside of rifle range, you're inside of cannon range, sorry. So I will fire my cannon at your Thunderfire.
Okay.
I need 6s because...
You snapshot, or you went fast.
Cruising, yeah. Hit you twice.
Still 2 hits. Brutal. Forced to do something.
1 wound.
Alright. 1 armor save. Which I make.
Okay.
Okay. Next up.
Next up, these guys back here.
Okay.
So here's the cannon.
Wow, 3 hits from the cannon.
That's awesome. And then 9 guys with splinter rifles. And...
He has splinter racks, so they are twin links.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
One hit so far.
See, look at that. I rolled 18 dice and got 1 hit. I rolled 6 dice and got 3.
Well, you know.
Terrible.
I don't know why you're complaining, Dave. You just got like 5, 6 sixes on like... You just got like a third... Yeah. Yeah. Just quiet. You just be quiet, Dave. Lady averages loved you there. That was 50%.
5 wounds.
5 wounds.
Enough I feel good about you rolling a 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I always roll 1s. Except for this time, right? No, he did. He rolled a 1. 1-1. He's dead.
Yay! Thunderfire cannon gone.
Terrible.
We get a pain token. I love Dark Eldar. A little bit. Alright. The next one... Oh, I'm going to do something with his lance, too. But I'll do something else with his lance in a minute.
Okay.
This one's going to do the same thing, we hope, to the other Thunderfire cannon
Okay.
/ Tech Marine. So, start with the cannon.
There we
not
go.
start as
New shots there. I like that a lot better.
Now imagine how good this would be if I wasn't snap firing.
Be pretty darn good.
Yeah, I dig it.
2 more. Total of 6 hits. Averages say 3 wounds. And it is on my Thunderfire cannon. Thank goodness my Thunderfire cannon has a little wheel. 4 wounds. So 2 at a time. Thunderfire made his saves. Thunderfire makes a save. Takes a wound. Makes another save. So Thunderfire took a wound.
Okay.
Yay, still around. Still around to cause you mayhem. Alright.
Well, then I shoot him with the lance on that vehicle.
Okay. Now, out there in TV land, do you have to choose when you fire the guys that are inside and guys in a transport at the same time?
I don't think so, but I could be
I think you do because the reason because you couldn't shoot the idea is you couldn't be like, okay, the lance shoots, and then the guys inside shoot the guys inside of a vehicle, for instance.
It says no, you could. If the lance blew the vehicle up, the guys inside could totally shoot after it. I'm not a unit. I don't want split firing. I am a separate unit. Get to fire. I don't think I have to make the whole thing fire at once, but I could totally blow this up and then shoot the guys inside. Actually, that's what I was trying to do here when he missed.
Well, I'm gonna check that because I feel like I feel unsure of that, so I'm gonna check. All right, so the only thing it says in the rule book is under firing points for vehicles, it says they can choose to fire at something different. So we're gonna assume that yes, you can do that. So go ahead, your lance hit, and you need a 3 to wound me, and you did. And here's my cover save, which I did not make, so I will be wrecked. No more gun, just guy.
Okay, then this other lance is going to, that's the thing I saw in the FAQ. Unless this is an assault vehicle, if I blow this up, you don't get to charge.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
You're going to shoot that thing?
No, I'm going to shoot.
Oh, you're going to shoot one of these guys?
I'm going to shoot one of these things with guns that annoy me.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
I hit him.
Oh yeah, because you're a fast vehicle.
Well, yeah. And I penned you.
Nope, it didn't want to do anything.
And you're 5 mobilized.
Oh yeah, 5 mobilized. Okay.
Mobilized now. I take it.
All right.
And this thing will move flat out.
Okay.
Because I don't like where it is.
And then it will be my turn.
No, then I'm going to assault you.
Oh yes, he's going to assault me here. So, like a 3-inch assault. Got it. 9 inches.
So... Okay. So the Autark goes first, and he has haywire grenades.
Okay. So hit me automatically. A haywire grenade just did a glance.
So that'll kill you.
All right. So am I pinned? No, I'm not pinned. And we'll just get out.
Okay.
All right. So then it will be my turn, right? Okay. All right. So options have changed. I'd lost my Thunderfires, which is a blow, of course. I don't like losing those. But anyway, we're going to figure out from there. I've lost both my last cannons too, which is unfortunate. These guys rolled around here to try and avoid as much firepower from over there. These guys kind of did the same. And of course, this is where they got out. Move this tank up here. We're going to try and broadside this guy as we go past with some las cannons. Or some melted guns, I should say. And let's see, fast vehicle means if I can move 12 and fire regularly, or if I move...
Yeah, but the guys inside are snap firing.
Right. Only if they go cruising speed. I'm not going cruising speed.
Over 6 inches is cruising speed.
Even for a fast vehicle?
Yes, the passengers, otherwise I would have not been snap firing.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, maybe I'm going to just go 6 then, 'cause I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to go 6, and I'll probably be outside of melter range, but I don't really care about that. As long as I'd rather have 2 shots that are more likely to hit than not. Yeah, so I will be outside the melter range because you reduced my range by 6. So
yeah, 3 inch range.
It's brutal. That is brutal. Okay, cool. This guy obviously didn't move because he's immobilized. I moved my Tech Marine up over here. He's going to take some shots at that thing. This thing also moved. He moved in such a way to try and stay completely out of range of that Ravager. So I only have to deal with the Raiders here. I got Corbulo and the Death Company out. I could put Corbulo in front as much as I possibly could. He'll probably have some sort of Dark Eldar trickery to deal with that, but meh, you do what you can. I can do this. This will help. If we do that, move Corbulo right here, like this, and put these guys over here. That'll help a lot. We're going to do that. Oh, we're going to switch our special weapons. Because special weapons are, you know, where they are now. I don't want to lose those. They could still be extremely useful. Okay. And I don't have to worry about blast weapons anymore. He doesn't have them. So, alright, we're moved. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the camera off and we're going to do some shooting.